Good morning, it's Harvey Jackson. Just going to get into some of the news here today. Trump-Xi summit with little results for ag so far. Not to say that there won't be, but as of right now, there isn't. There was beef permits that were allowed and then disallowed by the time um for packers to sell beef to China. I didn't even quote that as an article, but I saw that in the news as well. But China, Xi lauds new positioning in ties with the U.S. and some of the institutional guardrails is one of the things that keeps on coming up, and then obviously Iran conflict is discussed, but urge utmo- Xi urged utmost caution when talking about Taiwan. Uh, and they want a stabilized U.S. Chinese ties, So it's just trying to get a little bit more order in some of the trade, which of course I think everyone on the planet would say that they would like to get a little bit of order in trade as well, because what Trump has done is just disorder, chaos, of course, at the moment. So Trump-Xi summit live. Um, Talks in Beijing include Taiwan trade and Iran. So far, like I said, there's very little that got discussed that's actually positive for ag as of right now. U.S. House passes bill allowing year-round sales of E15, but right around the corner, there's even the soybean group association is talking against it because it's going to bring down soybean prices as well. Ag groups get together, you know, be friends here. More processing is a good thing for all farms over there. So you're not competing. One's ethanol, the other one is soybean. So you are competing, but at the same time not. Southwest Kansas wheat yield seen below average the second day of the tour. I think today they'll wrap up. So you can see here that the southwestern portion of the state was 39.3 bushels per acre, down from the 53 in the previous year, but it's 45 something as the average yield. So we'll get some more results as it finalizes, but the yields are down. Timely rain in EU, grain crops after dry start of the spring. So they're happy with the rains that hit a lot of the French area there. This is going to cause a lot of angst in the market here too. It sounded like First Nations weren't consulted. Well, okay, well, uh, where is it that the people voting for separation? How are they? Uh, you know, not being consulted, I guess, but they have to consult the First Nations, not just the government first. I don't get it. Anyway, don't need to argue that case here. U.S. price index. So what Charlie Biello was talking about here, this is the 2% is a myth. It's actually closer to 5 over the last 5 years. Quick look at the weather. You can see the warming in a lot of the U.S. growing states there over the weekend. But this is what's happening right now. We've got this weather system coming in, and looks like it's going to drop snow as soon as Sunday. So not far away in northern part of Saskatchewan and parts of Alberta as well. And if you have a 7-day outlook of moisture, you can see that the Corn Belt gets a fair bit, and albeit it's snow and some rain, looks like Alberta and Manitoba or Saskatchewan, Manitoba are going to get some rainfall there as well. Here's your drought soil moisture. And we'll get the drought index will come out today as well. But you can see that there's a fair bit of drought in a lot of the U.S. growing areas. Corn exports or canola exports, just really, if just getting back to the 5-year export number that we've got a trend line for. Last year was exceptional. You can see, up there, but pretty decent number as we've been gaining exports as time goes on. Quick look at the market. Canola is down at the current time around $2. So July at 475, and November at 745, and then 757 for November. Soybean oil is slightly down at 74 cents. Crude oil just slightly up at 101. Brent is just slightly down at 101 as well, so trading the same value there. The diesel fuel is down a penny at $3.95, let's say. Soybeans down 18 cents, 18 and a half cents. Spring wheat Still up 3.5 at 723 on July, and on the November it's at 759. So you got decent carry there. And your hard red winter wheat 723, basically down $1.75, and your Chicago wheat is up 3.5. Corn down 2.75, and the Canadian dollar still pointing down. Just have a quick look here, just comparing the year to date and then longer term. So you can see the July contract is basically just chipping away sideways here. Still a sell on the slow stochastics, but you can see that the canola futures on November don't want to break out here, and at some point it could here, just by the look of how it's building. But we'll have to see. If it keeps on trading sideways, it's still a opportune time to put on some more hedges, and just, it depends on what kind of news that we get. Where slower planting pace could actually elevate that for sure. But if there's any rumors of how many acres are going to go in, if that starts to get leaked out, or finding out what the Europeans are doing here too, because as of right now, we still do not know how much wheat got planted or how much canola got planted in lieu of wheat, and maybe on this report they're actually going to report acres. I have no idea. I don't know how the European system works. I know the USDA and the StatsCan work, but as far as the European one, I don't know how it works. When do they actually report the acres? They're all planted basically by now. Soybean oil futures chugging away sideways, just like the other oil complexes. And you got to remember, I showed this a couple of days ago. The correlation is in the mid 80s of a lot of the oils and the oil seeds. So soybean futures here on November broke out, and still looks supported here. And yet here we are with the palm oil futures have been a pretty good slide for the last week and a bit here now already. The long-term or 100-day moving or 50-day moving average is still underneath this crude oil market, and still in talks. Hopefully there could be some China pressure on Iran, and that's the hopes right now. Brent crude still there too. Diesel fuel futures on the June looks like it's bumping its level on this breakout level, if it is going to break out, or resistance, I should say. Gasoline. This is a long-term average from the Russia war over there. Canadian dollar pressured down. We're past the 50% retracement value now, looking at the 61.8. And if you look at it on the US dollar index, we're at the 61.8 right now, seeing if it's going to break lower or higher here with any momentum. Copper making all-time highs here. Quick look at wheat. We've had a fantastic USD report pushing wheat up here. We're at the Fibonacci extension right now, and if we have a farther back look here, you can see that the next high would be, still 30 cents higher than where we are. Kansas, same idea. Having a look back, we are right at that long-term average made a year and a half ago, or 2 years ago, I should say. Chicago, same thing. It's broke out, but it's got a long ways to go. It's almost 80 cents. And then your French milling wheat, it is, it'll be 80 cents again. And your corn futures, we're just a backed up view here. You can see that you got some overhead resistance on the nearby month, which is not far away. It's only like 15 cents, and then 20 cents. Live cattle had some decent recovery post the USDA, but now that China is talking beef, and so I'm uncertain what this direction we're going to get from either one of those.